No, I'm not saying don't yenze fat and set guys. Nah, I condone if fat and set. Oh, before me, and then there was me. Exactly. Hello beautiful people, my name is Buggz and welcome to Hearty Moments with Buggz, where we share tips and stories on millennial motherhood and we dip a bit into fashion and lifestyle. So today we have Mr Soldati on the show. You can introduce yourself if you want to, but I'm sure they know
there's
who you
no
are.
need for me to introduce myself, but I'll do it. Anyway, guys, I am Mr Soldati, the gentleman behind the camera, and I am joining my beautiful wife, for another segment of Hearty Moments with Buggz. Let's get into it, baby.
Okay, so as you guys can see, the topic for today is Ifat and Sit cohabit. What is it called in English?
Cohabitation.
Cohabitation. Cohabitation. So yeah, umahlalisana guys. So we will be talking about 3 different points. Okay, so let's start with this one. We did it. It was not intentional at first, and then we came to a point where we decided that, okay, you know what, let's move in together. And yeah, how did it?
Yeah, we spent quite a lot of time together at that point in time. You were always at my place, and a lot of people say this, you find that like economically it wasn't making sense. We had to pay every other day, the Ubers for her to get back to her place, paying rent at that place, and all those things.
Food for
when you're there. It just didn't make sense, and yet 90% of the time you're at my place. I think you were at my place
even
when I wasn't around. I remember when I left you at my place. I went to the World Cup when we went to the States, and I remember I left you at my place at that time.
Oh, guys. I was pregnant.
Yeah, so I remember I'd video call you and you'd be like, no, you're at my place, you miss me, the blankies, the smell, etc., etc. So for me, it was just like, okay, like you always at my place, why are you still paying rent that side? And I think another thing for me, it was like the intentions and the plans were already clear that we are going to get married. I'm going to send my uncles over assembly to represent me, lower negotiation and start the process. And I mean, for me, like it makes sense for you to actually really get to know the person you are getting involved with. But
just together, like.
Yeah, like it's like
was it different from when I used to visit all the time to when I was staying with you? Like
you started like once you moved in. Okay, you've got a say now. No, it's a few things now. You started being able to tell me, okay, I can do utility, it can't happen like this. Utility, it must happen like that. Like, whereas I would tell you, okay, this is how it works in this house. So isn't there like the nuances?
But how was it?
It was good. It was good. I mean, nothing much in terms of like the feeling.
Nothing much.
Like nothing much different. Like
okay. Happier.
I was. We were saving a lot.
Nothing much. No, leave the finances aside. Me being with you 24/7, knowing that this is what I'm deflating the lap.
I mean, that's practically what you did the whole time. As I said, you're 90% there. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Nothing.
So, okay, her clothes are here. She's here.
I'm not saying
all of my clothes are there.
I was like, yo, ndimlo, ndiyahlalisana. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like in varsity, quite a few guys did that, and we would judge them like, you must go visit, come back, or she must visit, come back.
Like, what was the problem? Like, why did you guys judge them?
No, it's not cool. You find that people are like, like it was all those things. Like even
okay,
now,
then you judge at the guy for taking the girl in, or the girl for staying at the guy.
A bit of both. Yeah, a bit of both. A bit of banter, in fact, more than anything, because kidnapping how can you keep them at your place for so long? Kidnapping.
Otherwise, you can say kaya, son.
Okay. No, I think that for me was like really the big one, was to say it didn't make sense financially for you to still be living at the flats, which is like 15-20 kilometers away. We need to get an Uber, we need to organize groceries on two sides, we need to pay rent that side, and yet 80% of the time you're here, and that time we're thinking, let's pack the nappies, we're thinking like let's get into clothes,
everything.
Excuse me.
But prepared when they are born.
Yeah, we're thinking, even a rhythm, like let's get into a rhythm. Like, okay, next year definitely, because we were like, okay, December is way, next year we're moving in. Therefore, how are we going to live together? And yeah, like it was just a nice way of getting to really understand what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, I'm not sure what were you thinking as
I was scared, guys. I was scared because I was like, yo, that's why I remember it makes sense, because I think way before we talked about moving in together, I was like, it would really make sense for me to move in with this guy, because I'm here all the time and I'm wasting money by paying rent and buying sugar, like
2 kg, 1 kg.
1 kg, not even 2, like this gaga, this a shelf in yam, and then andiko the whole month, like then piece and gas and I can't boil so.
And they stole your stuff.
Yeah, they stole my stuff because I was never there. My roommates stole my stuff. They stole my weaves. They stole my extension cord. Is captain hair dryer, bamoshi, and like a whole lot of things. I was so angry. But yeah, I felt like, I'm wasting money with the Ubers and all of that. And then I was scared, as I had said, I was scared that he's like okay.
How often have you fought?
Not cool.
Especially during the time, how?
It was just
petty arguments. I think what I'd love to know, like, from your family, babe, like, what do they think?
Guys, I didn't tell anyone. My sister-in-law knew I was always at his place. How did you know, Gona? I don't know, she'd
always call you.
She always has a way of finding.
But she'd always call you, and maybe sometimes I'd talk in the background.
Or something, but sometimes what I would lie and get away with it, like didn't but deep down she knew. She just knows me. So she knew, but my brother didn't know. And there's this one time when he wasn't even aware that I'm pregnant, and then he called me like, and the guy knew they would judge the living lights out of me. Other people from outside. So then he called my land like they are not going to like it. It wasn't long, it was like 3 months, and then December came. And then following year, I shall the whole of January with the kids, and then I only went with you when the kids sebenenyanga.
Yeah, but
So they were a month old in January. Then we went to Durban. Nakhona, my brother was like, yo, kwagqika yonke into kaloku. Uyaphi? Ndavenza athi into ngoba ndangazuhamba ndixelela. My brother, into endayenza ne, ngoba ingqondo yami fast it. Ndaqomba, there's no way ndizawuhlala xa kwendoda mna. Indoda. So I was like, okay, let me organize myself a job. Nakhona ndandiqomba lo msebenzi, I might not get it, but it's just a way of getting out from this house. I needed a job, but I was like, at least 3 months, but it's a way of getting out of the house. So that's it, but I'm not in an interview Monday. But okay, then and that's that utata uzozondlanda on Saturday. Ndakumlandlanda on a Saturday, also get to back on the Friday, and then Saturday you came. That was uzondlanda on Saturday. What? Hey, I got. Awungagqitya yonke into papa uyaphi? Yo, hayi but ndifuna umsebenzi ngayi. Okay. Then ke wafika babengenato futhi abantu babengenato ufika.
You all know that they welcomed
They
you.
were fine.
I mean, every time I've visited your family, I've received nothing but a warm reception. To be honest, it's always been chill. No, I'm in the background, now we're squealing. But with me, it's always been good. I actually enjoy his company.
Yeah, so he was good, and then sahlalisana, guys. So now I feel like we did the best decision ever to get to know each other. Siyazi uba sizawuqhelana kanjani, like masesihleli sinabantwana, we began to plan ba izinto zohlala kanjani endlini, like the bed, because he was staying in a bachelor pad. So we had no plans of moving out as yet. So we restructured a room, but the court is ohlala pha yabo into ezinjalo. But it was easy, we doing into just
I think
fell into place kakuhle.
You moving in gave you especially a chance to have a bigger say around the house. Like
that is you've been saying this thing of me changing.
Not necessarily you were bossy, but you were reserved prior to Uber. We started cohabiting. So you were not really bossy, but what you before? It's almost like I was saying, hey, I can't really have a say. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, we'll live here now. Let's just make this work.
You shame if fridge yakho yayibhora then ndafika ndayipimpa out.
Tell me chef wena.
Yabo?
Tell me chef.
So nje naye watyeba guys, kwabonakala ba the girl it's here. So guys, okay, let's move on to point number 2. Point number 2 is that people, especially older people, don't like into kuhlalisana. They don't think into right for couples to do, especially if a little couple I chat anger. So about that, I don't blame them, because it's still back ebudaleni, like into zakudala into zeBhayibhile, because kaloku eBhayibheleni you can't stay with them. And then bikhona any verse echoyo, I'm not sure, andiyazi kakuhle iBhayibhile ne, but I just know kuba ndingumuntu oyehleli hamba icala uba kurong ukuhlalisana, especially if you are not married. Wrong when there's sex before marriage, because obviously you are having sex.
But iBhayibhile ne, for me to be honest, it zonke sins shall be equal before.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Because these people, the same very people that don't like the fat and set, have their own sins. Like kwa ukujaja if fat and set is a sin, because they are judging. So but I'm not one to judge opinions. That's their opinion. That's fine. And I know now families zethu, I'm sure bakhona abantu abadala abangavisisani into okuhlalisana yabo. But Tina, it worked for us, and we kept it from. Did you keep it from your family?
Kuba singa discussing much. It wasn't a secret.
But there's a time when your mother came, and I think she knew that I was in the house, because you guys went to the car. Like you went to the car, not it.
Yeah,
I think it was a month before your lobola.
It wasn't Zotina. We we talk now and then, we connect now and then, but I didn't keep it from her. I'm not sure whether I explicitly told her that you're living here now, or can you corner. But like really, it wasn't a secret from anyone. I don't really could that probably know. She'd been to our place a couple of times at that point. But yeah, like I mean, family members have done it and continue to do it. It makes sense. I mean, for example, just at some point in time, you can't afford those things. You guys are a young couple, you're trying to find your feet. Maybe why not live together and build a steady relationship for Mdwana with both parents there, the father's there, the mother's there.
Until everything is settled, like lobola say, like right, while you are still planning to do that, you can stay together. Share bills like around the house. Bills and then they still So
yeah, I've actually read like I think I saw on Twitter someone saying and I think like it's really naive. Like as an adult, once you're around 21, 22, especially when you finish varsity and start working, you want that certain degree of freedom. And then sometimes you find that never mind going, like you've gone out, because you're now in Durban, you're now in Joburg, you're now in Cape Town, whatever the case may be. So it's not even about living at home. You're living alone, the guy's living alone. There's really no family in and around, and you've got a companion. So but I can understand why Betty they find it as a problem. But when you look at it legally, I mean, right now even the companion, there's some clause like I remember one the claim but she can get the support because be sustained by the husband. Or not husband, but
the boyfriend, but the partner.
You're no longer but the father and set, whatever you call it, the companion. There's a lot of things that allow for this, and each generation here to actually is much more open to this, publicly open to it. If I didn't say like our parents did it,
they did it. But now I feel like Tina, this 90s generation, like we are so gangster, guys. Like so we on camera, we are talking about Fat and Set, and that we did it. But now I feel like on another side of Fat and Set, it is sad because I understand why our parents or abantu abadala bengayifuni, especially for females. Tina, Fat and Set. And you do wifely duties for him.
You know wifely duties?
As in males, they don't share duties essentially. Like you figure out you are the female, you must cook, you must clean, you must do his laundry, you must take care of the baby if you guys have a baby. You become domesticated. No, it's not a must, but I think it's my own opinion. I think it's in our nature to be dominant on the domestic side of things in the house. So we girlfriend, obviously you
Can I ask a question?
And guys are comfortable with you know that. So
can I ask a question? Married, if you then married, is it then fine for you to do those things? Those rules, are they then
it depends.
Fine? Are they then fine? Those
it rules? Depends.
Just so that those rules are not fine. So what is the lobola for?
The lobola is for the wife to be yours. No, it's not to work.
So why is
in the wrong? I'm not for the wife to. Family.
Okay, so what does it have to do with the chores and then?
Where now you are the provider of the house. In our days, I'm the provider because I work. You are the provider because you work. Why am I going to work and come back and do isn't those essentially when you are also at work? In the people say split 50-50. Why can't we split the work essentially? Because I'm providing, you are also providing.
We can and should.
Unless, I forgot what marriages is. Common types of marriages. I learned this at school. But
Mamela and boy. The reason I was asking CPF, the reason divorce is like, uthi wena xa nitshadile ne, then in fact if you're doing fat and set, then you do wifely duties like laundry and all of those things before you are actually a wife. So ndiyabuza ke mna ukuba okay, when you are a wife, really those things are wifely duties and the man's not supposed to do them.
The man is supposed to do them, ne?
But so are you a reason?
To just out of love to help him to work.
So are you a reason? No, what I'm saying is that you can't say don't do fat and set because you're going to do wifely duties.
No, I'm not saying don't do any fat and set, guys. I condone the fat and set as long as it's going to save you guys with into financial strain. And
it's going to strengthen your relationship.
Strengthen your relationship. But what I'm saying is, I understand why abantu abadala be concerned, because now my sister-in-law was like, I don't know where you were, but I was at my sister's place for the June holidays, and he called me. He asked me about this song and does make up PE. I don't remember what you were.
Yeah, you packed something in my room, and it's like in down, like it's not.
And guys, and if I figure to packing a song and I song, so I'm like that. And if like into ezingaxoxekanga like akekho mdaka, but I'm just saying I just want izinto zibene order right, you understand? So he called me and he asked me, yo wandithi pop zandile noba ndidrope sana sister-in-law wathi hayibo ungu-aunty na wabuza izinto ubazipakishwe into ulotyole nababhana qha siyazi thina nobulotyole sana ndiyakuxelela, like she was and then after the call she was like wena yekufika pha ubuzenza umfazi ungahlala imiziki ungaphi ungenzi wow ufika ujame lapha emehlweni la
like nandizihambele zitye before you
oh before me and then there was me
nangona sakwazi uhlambele zitye
wena mhlawumbe exactly. So anyway, that is why they are concerned. He's getting all of this, so he doesn't see a need. Like she's no, mamela kona unfunny music guys, and it's classic in your fan and your call. Unfunny. So some guys ne abafana now bona umuntu abene girlfriend benze fat and set ahlala ugirl enze duties zobu wife aqonda you know what akho reason noba ndimlobole lo muntu, like I'm getting everything a lobola a husband gets. So there's no need for me to lobola this woman. She's already my wife. So I'm getting the sex, the laundry is getting done, the ironing, the cooking, the cleaning, everything. So I can't need.
So does that mean if I said you're condoning it as a gateway to marriage? Even if they're not going to get married,
but right.
So
no, like in the point of view, yabantu who are against the fat and set, one of their reasons are these is the
it's not a valid reason.
It is not a valid reason, but these things happen. I've heard stories about fat and set for 10 years. Aphume adibana nomuntu bajole 6 months apha ecaleni I'm lobole. So clean hayi kaloku kujolela ukuthwala sijolela uthini.
Because that person makes you feel good about yourself and you feel good when you're with them.
Should umenza feel good nangoku ebeyolobola.
I don't understand.
No, guys, no.
You don't date. You date so that you can lobola.
You date so you can get married. Why do you think I come at you?
So I can get married.
When I was shame, and then I trapped him. But yeah, guys, we've reached point number 3. Point number 3 was the part of the reasons why abanye abantu like abantu abadala against ifat and set, like the reasons that I've just stated. I don't know all the reasons. I've never sat with umtomdala like like zonke reasons. I've only heard is uzobayike clean ahamba lopolo omnye umuntu okanye ufika pha ubuzenza umfazi ungengomfazi ungalotyolwanga, you know. So
yeah, because I'm not like zothini ningumntu obambelele kundalasha. I'm a person who's open-minded. Look, I don't mind those kind of things, but I don't know how I'd feel if Osiba did it. But like at a certain age, when you're in your mid-20s, like 25, 24, going above that, even early 20s, depends, like 23, not 21, not 22.
I was 22. Hey guys, woo, child.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, if the situation and
like,
condition sits well, then
guys, like if you nyabonba financially, just do it to save you guys from stress, because if finances nazo zina impact kwi relationship like ningaxabana because just of finances. Ibalulekile imali kwi relationship, guys. Ibalulekile kakhulu. It's not a joke. Ibaluleke nyana.
Yeah, anyway, I think the guys can jump into the comment section and tell us would they do it, would they not do it, or what are the main reasons they would or wouldn't do it in terms of effort and sweet.
Yep, so that is it from us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment down below just like he said, and subscribe. It's absolutely free. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.